We're going around in circles. Aha, here's a website, channel, YouTube channel. Let's have a look at their videos, see what they have to offer. It's very Zachariah Sitchin, Planet X, Nibiru, by the looks of it. Okay, a couple of videos there. What about Nibiru, radio. Okay, this is the Kolbrin Bible. It's all there. Yeah, very. Who's this guy? Very Nibiru, Planet X orientated. Okay, let's have a look at this one. What they're about.
Hello, I'm Marshall Masters, publisher of Yowza.com and the author of Being in It for the Species, the Universe Speaks.
Okay.
Well, we've got a full slate of topics for this Planet X system update, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them.
Okay, and so forth. Nothing, no mention about that professor there. Again, very Nibiru, Planet X orientated. What does it say there? This Culdian Trust version of the Kolbrin was publicly disclosed online by Professor James M. McCanney. Okay. I wonder if we can put that into Mr. Google. Okay, it's a Culdian.com again. Okay, need some more information on this. I might have to go to that Culdian Trust. Okay, what's this? You can't get in there until you accept the terms, you've read the accept the privacy policy, etc, etc. Well, that's just basically slowing us down. So what we might do, okay, is go to the Culdian Trust. See if we can find out any information of that guy. Teachings, Culdian perspective, forums about, PDF downloads. What's this? An introduction to the Culdian Trust, PDF book downloads. This book written by Anon and published by Unknown, which was released on 16th February, blah blah blah. It's all about the Culdian Trust, Culdian Revival Trust book. Okay, Kolbrin manuscripts. Okay. It's basically what we've already read in the PDF that we downloaded. It's very elusive in regards to the information about that particular professor. Kolbrin is a collection of writings considered apocrypha by some, while others place it as pseudepigrapha. You can't really read it, it's all squished up. The term apocrypha has been applied to writings that were hidden not being bad or heretical by those within traditional church circles. Okay, unfortunately, the Kolbrin Bible, on the web there's no reference to the Kolbrin or the Bronze Book of on the Glastonbury website. Makes no mention of this book and does not even mention the possessor, etc. etc. Can't read it. It's too squished up. Yeah. Okay, so round and round in a maze. Okay, let's have a look at this rational wiki. Might be able to tell us something there. Okay, here we go. Should have looked for this in the first place. The Kolbrin or the Kolbrin Bible is a collection of texts. It needs to be the translation of an ancient manuscript, UFO Planet X Nibiru at 2012 Apocalypse. Enthusiasts are fond of it. It was promoted in North Africa during 2005 on late night radio programs. Paul Hughes of apologetics.com characterizes it as a weird glomming of Celtic spirituality, Egyptian spirituality, Arthurian legend, catastrophe cults, to coin a phrase, comic books and capitalism. The book is virtually unknown to any mainstream organisation or medium. No hard copy of the purported original has been presented or is known to exist. Several attempts have been made to write an article about the book on Wikipedia, but every attempt has been deleted due to the lack of reliable sources. Well, that's what we've found, right? We've been running around like a dog chasing its tail. Chicken without a head. The Kolbrin contains 11 books. The first 6 books are said to have been scribed by Egyptian writers shortly after the Exodus, when all the Jews left Egypt, and are collectively called the Bronze Book. The last 5 books are collectively called Kol Book or Kaeldi, I don't know how to say that, and are said to have been written by Celtic priests around the time that the New Testament was being created. Claimed history. These texts are claimed in the introduction to have been kept at Glastonbury Abbey, or read all that. Okay. The texts are then alleged to have been transmitted through a series of owners, including one John Culdee, probably the founder of the Culdian Trust, in the early 1300s, eventually being entrusted to a small religious group in England, and thence to the Hope Trust, of which little was known. Finally, the texts are claimed to have ended up in the hands of the Culdian Trust, formed in 1980. They claimed that the current version of the text was produced by an elderly man from the Hope Trust around 1992. Is that professor we're looking for? Possibly. Working from the original text. No old manuscripts or evidence of literary or scholarly references to it are available. In particular, the publishers not only have no manuscripts to exhibit, but no ownership provenance, other than vague allusions to an unnamed religious group and a fictional medieval cult called the Culdeans, playing on the name of the real but obscure Celtic Christian monks, the Culdees. The foreword states that the text has been adequately validated and endorsed by higher authorities without naming them. The introduction then adds undoubtedly additional material has been incorporated with good intent to fill gaps and elaborate on the original. And further that, no claim is made regarding historical accuracy, but that its origin is unimportant. These available editions. The connection between the various versions are obscure. The website first appears in the Internet Archive in 2004. It's probably way back machine. The first reference on that site to the Culdian Trust does not appear until October of that year, nor does the Culdian Trust website appear until February of 2005. Given the 2005 publication date of the Manning Masters edition, it might be presumed that it is derived from the other edition. There's the 2 editions there with their number. Other sightings. The text has received nearly no critical attention, but sites outside the pseudo-scientific / new religion realm point to its lack of provenance and dubious history, and suggest that it is a hoax, or at least apocryphal, Hughes suggests Glenn Kimball as a possible author. In 2006, Kimball published an article on the Kolbrin text and was associated with Master's edition of the text. The Bardas of Iolo Morganwg, is that Wikipedia? But that's what it was called. Iolo Morgan, whatever that is, published in 1862, repeatedly mentions a book of bardic wisdom, the wisdom of the bards, named the Culbrin. However, this does not bolster the proposed antiquity of the Kolbrin, as the Bardas itself is of questionable authority. The author of the Bardas, Iolo Morganwg, no idea how to say that, was an 18th century Druid enthusiast who incorporated fragments of authentic Druid and bardic lore with material of his own invention. He was also a known forger and an opium addict. It may be that the author of the Kolbrin borrowed this title from the Bardas. None of the material in the Bardas cited as being from the Culdees corresponds to anything in the Kolbrin, nor does Morganwg's backstory for the Culdees correspond to that of the Kolbrin. Yeah. And that's the information we have on it. Okay, so that's basically what it is. A collection of texts alleged or extraordinary claims which require extraordinary evidence, to be the translation of an ancient manuscript UFO Planet X Nibiru and 2012 Apocalypse enthusiasts are fond of it. Okay, so that's what we found. It seems to be very Zechariah Sitchin's Planet X Nibiru and NASA and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so well, we make no apology for the runaround Sue, running around like a chicken with its head off, dog chasing its tail, trying to find information on this. Again, thanks to Karen Reeves and her comments for bringing that to our attention. You can download it for free and have a look at it in your own time and come to your own conclusions of it if it interests you. We will leave the link to that download under this video. Thank you for looking at our video, and if you really liked it, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and then add your comments, tell us what you think of this book, the Kolbrin, etc. in this video, and we'll get back to you on those as soon as we possibly can. And then if you want to, because you found this video very interesting, after you subscribed and gave us a like for bringing it to your attention, share it with all your Christian, Jewish, Islamic family, friends, neighbours, strangers, and other UFO, Planet X, Nibiru, Zechariah Sitchin, Art Bell fans.